everybody, and welcome back to the game room. Today I'm going to show you a little bit more that this retro corner that I have here has to offer. So feel free to come along with me and take a peek at a little bit of video game history. As we approach the retro corner, I've got one of these nice bucket chairs. I just bought this on Amazon that just kind of completes the retro corner vibe here and gives you a nice kind of cozy rocker to sit in. But getting a little bit closer here, I've got kind of a lot of things here tucked in. Anything that kind of deals with, slight retro aspect or anything, including the consoles on the bottom, a nice retro TV laid in there, and then a VHS player and vinyl record player here on top. So why don't we start on the top and kind of sink our way down. As I said, vinyl record player, and I just actually recently decided to display all the video game related vinyl records that I have. I have What the Golf, Undertale, Golf Story, which a fantastic soundtrack. Well, most of these have a fantastic soundtrack, including Undertale. Can't have one without Minecraft, Namco Museum, which this one is a gorgeous vinyl record. I made a YouTube short on it, and it's really a fantastic look. It's got a bunch of extra goodies in it and everything like that. So this vinyl record I was really happy to catch. And also, No Man's Sky is tucked in the corner. I received that one as a gift. I never really got into the game, even after the update where they really overhauled the game. But I have that here on display as well. And then, vinyl records, not anything, too fancy. It's just one of the old, one of the, new style Crosby players, but it gets the job done for what I want here. Right now, I currently have What the Golf in there because I was testing everything out after I got it all hooked up. But, it has everything that I needed. It actually, it has a CD player, which actually I found out does not work, even though I tested that after it was too late to return the item. So a little bummer about that. Radio, even a cassette player on the back. Like I said, I hear that these systems are, kind of subpar here nowadays, but just because, no one's really making these components anymore. But, I never grew up with vinyl records or things like that, so I have really nothing to compare it to. Like I said, it's just kind of here to get the job done. And then also included a VHS player, just because sometimes it's fun to throw on, something a little bit nostalgic, even though there's better ways to watch it here now. There's still something about like watching a movie on VHS that I love. Maybe I'm just a little crazy, or maybe I'm just looking for that nostalgic kick. But I love having the VHS player here as well to go through any of these movies. I have a whole other stack here as well, but these are just kind of some of the ones that I have on hand, including some of the fun ones here right down here at the bottom. I don't know if anyone's ever heard of these. Let me get some into the light here. Hot News, Strider's Guide to the N64. This one, let's see what this one had. It was available at Toys R Us, this one was, and it had hot tips, cheat codes, and sneak peeks. I guess this one was more so like probably say like a Nintendo Power in a way, where this other one here, this one was more so like today's Nintendo Directs or something like that. It Rayman's Dream Team. It kind of offered like a sneak peek on games that were to come, and you actually had to go to like Toys R Us. I'm not sure where this one came from, but you went to like Toys R Us and picked up one of these little VHS tapes to kind of see what was up and coming. There's a good handful of them, which are kind of fun to grab and collect here as well. A little bit of video game history as well. What I got on the TV here is actually something that I picked up on eBay. It's this right here. What is it? 150 worldwide ads, 2 hours worth of just like Nintendo ads. It creates a perfect ambiance, especially with, look at that slick kid. Creates a perfect ambiance when you're just kind of hanging out in the game room as well. And just have that on the TV just to pan through ads with everything off. But it really sets the scene and everything like that, and is fun to just have in the background. But those are all great attachments. I should mention, since I'm here too, I don't have to do any input switching on the TV. Tucked behind here, I have a little input switch, which I don't have 8 inputs, but I bought just in case I keep expanding. And so like 1, I can switch to the VHS player, 2 is the NES, 3 So I can just grab behind here and make some switches, and it changes the input on the TV. Those work pretty darn slick. I think I bought that on Amazon as well, and I wish I could buy, or at the time at least, buy a higher quality one, but they weren't very high quality at least, and I had to return 1 or 2 of them just because they were kind of junky, but that one seems to be reliable. It seems to be working. Let me see here. I can pull up what this TV is here. I actually have kind of a special reason why I went with this TV. This one was an RCA 32V550T TV for those that are interested. But when I saw this one I picked this one up for free on Facebook Marketplace. I just had to move it, which was definitely a pain in itself. But if you scroll down, I noticed that this TV said that it was Xbox ready. And so I had to do a little bit of research, and apparently this TV here included a component, or basically a component input that was something that Xbox was trying to kick off for the original Xbox. It basically funneled the component connection into just a singular block that you could plug in the TV. And obviously when component and everything went obsolete, it went obsolete as well. In fact, there's hardly any information you can pull out about this Xbox, proprietary component connection. And unfortunately, I wanted to buy a cable to go along with it, but I searched eBay and everything like that, and it's really hard to find the cables. At least last time I was searching. But just kind of interesting. I love having just little pieces of history throughout the game collection, just random bits in here. So I'm glad I have kind of a TV that kind of resembles a weird era, kind of in a way, of video game history as well. To include that's just kind of a really fun piece. And by the way, this TV was massive. It's snug in deep here. I don't know if I can really show it. I probably can't, and I probably can't aim the camera in there. But it's definitely huge. I had to cut open a hole in the back of this entertainment system because the TV jets out in the back there. And it's so massively top heavy with these big glass displays in the front here that it's being held by supports all the way to the top. I could possibly show that, yeah, there's a support bar in there to hold the TV from flopping over. Definitely kind of a little bit of a dangerous TV setup here, but it is mounted very well. And ends up, when you stand back, it kind of makes it look like it's a flat set TV in there. So that's kind of a really fun addition, but it's anchored in there pretty darn good. So it shouldn't be going anywhere, even though it's a heavy dog. You would not want this to fall over. But going down a little bit further, then we have kind of, I guess the Nintendo Big 3, or the original 3. We've got the original NES. I have the NES Advantage sitting on top of it, just in case I ever need it. Let's see if we got a game here inside. Uh-oh, good thing we checked because it was pushed down. We were apparently rocking the original Mario and Duck Hunt last time that we were playing. And one of my favorite, I guess, NES games just to throw in is good old Donkey Kong Classics. That one also is fun to just have in the background and set the scene. Down lower, we have the Super Nintendo, rocking the Super Game Boy player here as well, which is an awesome addition to the original Super Nintendo, and also the Nintendo 64, which is hard to beat. Super Mario 64 that is sitting on top of it. Along the side is some storage and everything like that, which works perfect for controllers to get them in and out of the way. In fact, pick these up here. Actually, I got them a couple. Pull these out. Actual NES manuals, and even for the Zapper as well. So glad that I was able to kind of score these and add them into the collection here as well. Even though I probably will never own a box for the original Nintendo because those are crazy expensive to get them full and complete. But that's pretty great to have those. Let's see over here as well. This door is a little bit stickier, but a little bit, I guess, sat on this one. One singular Nintendo 64 controller, which some of them need to be relocated back in here. But good to have a little bit of storage here as well. I had my original stand was basically just this bottom part. Maybe in fact identical to this bottom part, just with no top piece here as well. And so now that I have this whole kind of setup here as well, which if you watch maybe my very first video game collecting, video game room tour, you could maybe see this setup if I'm not mistaken. But this setup definitely works well. I think I got this whole entertainment stand for free as well, and to get this kind of snug in here as well. But no, I definitely love kind of the addition. I'd love to get maybe some more posters. Better if I get like a couple more consoles. They might get mounted to like this side of the wall here. Like if I get let me think of it out, something like an Atari 2600 or something like that. I might build a couple more shelves here since this wall space is kind of dead, and add more consoles to go up the wall or something like that, since down low is kind of a little bit maxed out there. But either way, it's this is just kind of the retro corner. Definitely glad to have like a retro corner in the collection. Takes up a lot of space for what it is, kind of more of an aesthetic piece. But you do need a box TV if you want to play like light gun games and things like that, because they don't work on your new modern TVs, even if they are fancy 4K TVs. You need an original box TV to play with that, just due to how the light gun sees it. But yeah, that's kind of the retro corner. Thanks for everybody for watching through here to the end. If you like this kind of video, make sure that you follow me along as I make more video game kind of content here on the channel. And either way, thanks for watching, and hey, we're gonna catch you in another episode. Peace.